Affirmations. What are affirmations about and how do they work? So our brain can't actually distinguish between reality and fantasy. Our brain's quite funny that way. Imagine you go to a film, one of your favorite films, and you're sitting there and you get so caught up in the storyline that you start crying or you start laughing at something that's happening. Well, in fact, that's not actually reality. That's just fantasy. You're watching something. Yet the brains are wired in such a way that we just feel that that's reality. Now, the way affirmations work is you imagine a scenario. So imagine that let's say you want a job promotion. So you visualize, you imagine that you already have that promotion. You imagine what it's like to be successful in that job, what things you might do to get that promotion. You think about those things in your mind. And then what you do with affirmations is you say that I have that promotion, or I am that manager level, or whatever, in the example of work. It might be money, it might be relationships, etc. Now the key is, it's not I want. Because if you say I want that promotion, or I want that money, or I want a relationship, when you want something, that kind of implies that you don't have it. If you don't have it, what you're putting out into the universe, what you're kind of saying is, I don't have this thing. I want it, but I don't actually have it. And what the universe does is it gives you more and more opportunities not to have. Because that's just the way the law of attraction works, that's the way the universe works. If you want something, if you kind of keep going on this idea of dearth, you don't have, I want, the universe keeps giving you more opportunities to want something. However, if you instead say I am, so I am content, I am successful, I have lots of money, and you visualize that and you imagine that, and then you say that to yourself every morning, not just with the words, but you actually feel it from the core of your being. I am actually successful. I do actually have money. If you actually feel that from your core, what starts to happen is your brain gets wired to feel as if you are in that position. Your subconscious mind, not your conscious mind, obviously. If you don't have money, you don't have money. But you can start to feel that, your brain starts to think in that way. And then what happens is, when you're out and about, day-to-day life, what starts to happen is your subconscious mind will influence your decisions in such a way, without you realizing, because let's say your affirmation is I am successful, that something happens, and whereas before you'd cower away a little bit, or you might become a bit anxious because of your self-confidence issues, because of that I am successful, I am confident, what happens is in that scenario your kind of subconscious mind takes over a little bit, and just like we were talking about the fantasy of the film and how you end up crying or you end up laughing, your brain gets wired into this I am successful. So whereas the usual thinking pattern might have been a little bit scared or a little bit daunting, here in this scenario, you end up actually manifesting what you're thinking about. It's a slow process, it takes time. However, I can vouch for many experiences within my own life where this has kind of happened.